Good morning. So I'm about to head off to get my nails done, and I thought it'd be a good opportunity to talk about like beauty treatments, like particularly Botox, filler, nails, lashes, and of course just have a chat about what's vegan and what isn't. And a little chat about beauty standards as well. Like, do I want to get Botox? Do I avoid it because I don't want it or because I'm vegan? For straightening my hair, I'm using this heat protectant from 4, which is obviously vegan and cruelty-free. But yeah, let's start with nails because I'm gonna go get those done first. I think the important thing to know about nails is that not every brand is cruelty-free or vegan. Sometimes the colours can be formulated using non-vegan dyes, but then also like the cruelty-free thing is big. A lot of brands still like test on animals or sell in China and allow their products to be tested on animals. And we're gonna do a whole video on cruelty-free soon, trust me. But yeah, the other big offender is shellac, which is used in shellac. Not every gel polish uses that, but you know, if it's called shellac, probably got shellac in it, and that is from like beetles. So as vegans, we don't use shellac. So that's an important one to avoid when getting your nails done. But like, I feel like one of the most popular vegan and cruelty-free brands, at least here in the UK, which you might see at your nail salon, is the gel bottle. So I really recommend keeping an eye out for that. Like, there are other brands as well, but I feel like as far as like the likelihood of you spotting them and a nail tech or salon using their whole range, I think gel bottle is really your best bet as a vegan out there. It's always worth searching for a vegan nail tech in your local area. You'd be surprised how many like freelance vegans there are in the UK. And then when it comes to acrylics, they can be kind of vegan, but the brushes that they need to use to get the job done have to use animal hair. So I just put on some SPF Medicate, Milani blush, and a 3-Ina eyeliner, which I'm gonna have to do off camera, sorry, and a Kosas lipstick. So yeah, back in like 2020, 2021, I used to work a few days a week as a receptionist at a vegan salon near Marble Arch, which has sadly closed down. It was actually incredible. I loved it so much, such good ethics. And they offered like everything, like manis, pedis, lashes, facials, massages. Like, I felt like anything you wanted. Sadly they closed, but my nail tech that I go to now used to work there. She's not vegan herself, but she has managed to keep her treatments vegan. I think a lot of her clientele were vegan, and she was able to buy the stock from the salon, so it just like made sense. So that is who we're going to go see today. And yeah, also whilst working there, I just learned so much about like beauty treatments, which I'd say was definitely a gap in my knowledge for that. So also, as much as I've loved doing a video a day for you guys, I am starting to find it a bit tough. I think I'm going to give myself weekends off, which maybe I should have done in the first place. I am a bit overambitious at that time, so I hope you understand. 5 videos a day with a break for the weekend. So today we're going to go for a green for Veganuary. Yeah, can I double check with the with acrylic nails, why are they not vegan?
The product itself is fine, but the main problem is the acrylic brush. They are made from the Kolinsky hair, which is, I think, what's the animal's name? Mink?
Oh, yeah,
yes, and the animal like that.
Oh, the poor mink, because they're also lashes, aren't they?
Yeah, some of the lashes are also made with mink. But I think nowadays with lashes, the synthetic hair has become the mainstream now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but with acrylic, unfortunately, with the synthetic hair brush, it doesn't work well with the monomer, the liquid. So it kind of basically makes the acrylic, the finish looks really bad. It's really hard to use. So for the acrylic brush, it's still, the mainstream is still the Kolinsky hair.
And then instead of acrylics here, is that, you just do extensions, right? Which is similar, but different.
Yeah, I still can perform extensions just with different products. So I use the hard gel mainly, and the polygel, or some place called Acrygel, which is a kind of like a newer product. So with the hard gel, you're fine with using the synthetic hair. There's no problem with it. The same with the polygel. You can also use the synthetic hairbrush.
Okay, yeah. And I get hard gel, don't I?
Yeah, you have hard gel. I mean, you just have overlay because you didn't really extend the length out.
Yeah, no, definitely not.
Yeah, you're fine with it.
Very cute, very pretty. Yeah, and obviously not an essential beauty item at all. I will say, like, arguably in my job, you do need to have like neat and presentable nails. It is often in the brief if you've got an ad or anything, but like this is a bit extra. I love them, they're pretty, and I love spending time with my like nail artist. Yeah, just a nice little treatment I like to get done. And also I think we mentioned briefly about like lashes and how like synthetics are quite common these days. I've got like the wisps of lash extension at the moment, and when it comes to like lash extensions, lash lifts, stuff like that, they can be done vegan. There are a few vegan brands out there, a few cruelty-free brands out there. I wouldn't say it's the default, but yeah, it's available. If you want me to do a write-up on like brands to look out for, I can look into doing that. It'll probably be a lot easier for me to put together than for you guys to start from scratch. And of course, Botox and filler, are these vegan? Can they be vegan? I think sometimes what's used with the filler that can be vegan, but ultimately it's a medical treatment, and medical treatments are tested on animals, and it kind of gets a bit murky here because at the end of the day I would never ask a vegan to abstain from a medical treatment in the name of being vegan. We are vegans in non-vegan world, and we need to put our health first. But when is a medical treatment versus when is it a cosmetic procedure, you know? So I don't want to put a blanket rule in place for like Botox, for example, because I know that a lot of people actually do use that in a medical setting. But a lot of people use it just because they want to look a bit younger, you know? And technically I don't think that really falls in the category of being vegan or vegan ethics. I do think some vegans can get it done and still call themselves vegan, but I wouldn't say the act itself is vegan. I'd say it's kind of like one of those grey areas where I don't really think we should be doing it, but I understand that, you know, beauty standards are a tough thing to battle. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't even like the way Botox looks. Like, I have no interest in looking 10, 20 years younger. Like, I'll look at my mum and my aunts and they're around like 50, 60 sort of age. And I look at them and there is like no part of me that's like terrified that, looking at that being like, oh no, I never want that to be me. I'm looking at them being like, yeah, that looks fine, that looks about right, and they all look good. They just look their age, and that is fine. I have no issues with that. I feel like I'm always seeing people on like TikTok or YouTube talking about how everyone's got the same face now and everyone's doing the same procedures, and I'm like, no, they're not. I don't know, maybe we're just living different lives and we're in different circles, but I really don't think it has become the norm. It's getting more and more popular, but we don't have to do it, and not everyone is doing it. It's okay to not get filler and not get Botox. I feel like I've got quite normal sized lips. I've got no issue with my lips, they're fine. I always felt like I had quite a big nose growing up, but it's part of my face, it's part of my heritage. I don't really care, and I don't think I ever thought like, oh, let's fix that. I was just, you know, my sister just teases me for it. And that's just sisterly love, isn't it? But also, I don't want to sound so like high and mighty either. For example, I think along the same lines as like Botox and filler, you've got laser hair removal, where it can be medical, it can be cosmetic, and it's a medical treatment, so it has been tested on animals. And I have had laser hair removal in the past because I have you know, I grow a lot of hair and a lot of it's like thick, and I've struggled a lot with ingrown hairs in the past, which are painful and can lead to infection. So like, it's nice to not have those anymore. I got laser hair removal treatment to kind of like thin my hair and make less of it, and it's slower, but I'm not like hairless. I just, you know, decreased it into a more manageable amount. Now I don't struggle with ingrown hairs. So yeah, I don't want to go pointing at everyone when I've done something which is a fuzzy line between medical and cosmetic, because I will also admit there is a part of me that prefers to shave and the beauty standard of that, and I like that it's now easier for me to get a smooth finish with that. It's not that clear cut, and I don't want to just be up on my high horse over the things which I've been able to abstain from. Meanwhile, you know, we've all got our limitations, and I think that will look very different person to person, vegan to vegan. It's a bit weird because I do feel like there is a touch of hypocrisy there, where we're all a bit kinder and give more grace to ourselves than we give to others. But I do still feel quite irritated when I see vegan celebrities or influencers, or in my own life, like opt for stuff like lip filler. I'm like, it just seems so unnecessary to me. And I think a lot of that is because I don't really care for the look. I don't think it really improves the face. I think it just is a weird trend. I think I just always assume it kind of like stems from like a societal peer pressure, a bit of an insecurity, and I just don't like it. But I think that's more my opinion than, you know, a moral standpoint, you know? Yeah, God, my hand's cold. We're gonna have to cut this off. I hope you've enjoyed the discussion, and I hope I've done a good balance of like giving my opinion versus like the vegan hard guidebook. And I think, you know, people can be vegans to the best of their ability, and, you know, giving some consideration and grace for some people who may not be able to stick to the guidebook 100%. Being vegan is about following vegan practices as much as practically as possible. It's all about figuring where that line is for each of us. This Veganuary I am doing a video every day, so please do hit subscribe. I might be taking weekends off, I'm undecided. But yeah, a lot of videos, so hit subscribe if you'd like to see more. Bye.